Hi guys, and welcome back to another interview in A Girl Talks Formula One. So have you ever actually wondered who takes a photo of the circuits in Formula One? Wonder no more, because today I have with you Steve Domenjoz, one of the most talented photographers, even though he says he is not the best, but also not the worst. That is his description in his Instagram profile. He has amazing photos that he takes of the drivers, but as well of the circuits. His job is so important that his photos are essential to changing certain aspects on the tracks. He as well, with his wife, has a touring company in Switzerland in which they actually give you the whole package to go all year round to the Formula One races. They give you tours and they book your hotel for you. How cool is that? Want to know more about Steve? Learn about how he started his career in Formula One and how we met. All in today's interview in 3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, and welcome back to A Girl Talks Formula One. Today I have with you one of the most special guests I've ever had. I met him at the Mexican Grand Prix thanks to a mutual friend in common, which we will be talking about later. His name is Steve Domenjoz. Please tell us how to pronounce your last name because it's a little bit hard for me.
Correct. It's Steve Domenjoz.
Domenjoz. There you go. Hi, Steve. Welcome to the podcast. How you been?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so for those of you who already know Steve, you must know that he is a Formula One photographer. He actually worked in the sporting department with Ross Brown. And I read a little bit about you delivering 1,000 to 1,800 photos per race. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot, yes, but okay. I have to cover all the technical stuff, and of course, it's a lot of pictures.
So actually tell us a little bit about that, because you take a lot of panoramic pictures, especially of the circuits. I've heard that sometimes your photos even work for Formula One to modify certain things in the circuits.
Yes, in fact, they use my pictures to be sure when we come back on a race to be the most average configuration as possible from the track. So, in fact, I do a lot of pictures during the weekend race, and then they don't use my pictures for the weekend. In fact, they use my pictures for the next year when they come back. So I do the pictures in Mexico. I deliver the pictures to the office of Ross Brown and Steve Nielsen, which is my boss. And then they don't use it now. They will only use it, I will say, 2 months before the start of the next season, of the next Mexican Grand Prix. They try to find where they can make a better way to work with the track.
That's so true. I think they will be using it quite a bit for Qatar next season, actually.
Probably, yeah. I did. That's correct. I did much more pictures in a new track like Qatar than in one we know like Mexico. That's normal.
Right, exactly, because there's more things to improve, right?
Exactly. More things to improve.
And speaking of panoramic photos, sometimes you actually have to get on a helicopter to take some of these photos.
It's every race. I have to go
every race.
Yeah, because from the helicopter you can see everything. Today with the camera, with the quality of the camera, you can, when you look at the pictures, you know who was there. I can recognize people from the ground and from the helicopters. It's very easy. So I have to fight every race from the helicopters.
And you're also a certified helicopter pilot yourself, right?
Yes, correct. I am. Yeah.
Have you ever?
Sorry.
Have you ever flown the helicopter and taken photos at the same time, or is that?
No. You can't, because when you pilot an helicopter, you need all your hands and all your feet, so you cannot do walking with camera in the same time.
Speaking of Formula One, how is your typical Formula One weekend? Do you arrive at the same time as the drivers? Do you arrive before the drivers arrive?
We arrive always normally the Thursday morning. We take a place, we secure the place in the media center, and then we start the walk. And it's quite the same walking every race. For example, the Thursday you have to go on the track. I have a permit to go on the track with my cars, and I take all the pictures from all the advertising, which is painted on the track. And then the Friday, I start the walk with the paddock, and I start the walk with the helicopter the Saturday. Everything is day by day, in fact. It's quite the same every race.
That's awesome, actually. And I mean, it's such an exciting job that allows you to travel all over the world. I can actually imagine it's kind of hard to get bored working in Formula One, is it?
Yeah, I started Formula One when I was 19, so many years ago. So that's right. Today, it's a lot of race. We are today 22 race this season, and we are going to 23. Probably we are going up to 25. That's the plan. And that's a lot because it's half of the year we are on the way. But from my side, I cannot imagine my side working as in an office.
Right.
I can't imagine that.
I imagine. And right now you mentioned actually a lot of points that I do want to talk with you. But before we move on to the beginning of your career as a Formula One photographer, I do want to ask you, whenever you're on vacation or you're not working, what does your life look like? What do you like to do?
That's a good question. Today, when I'm in vacation, I like to be quiet. Like today, I'm in my apartment in Monaco because today I have two homes, one in Switzerland and one in Monaco, and I'm split between all of them. And yeah, I like just to be quiet.
That's a dream.
Relax, not doing pictures. I'm doing no. That's a big deal with my wife because I never do any pictures outside Formula One. So she always is angry with me because when we go on holidays, I do no pictures. I never do any pictures because when I do pictures, I feel like working. So I like to feel like not working, and I do no pictures. And this is a big deal with my wife.
That's so funny. And your wife wants pictures, I imagine. Every single woman wants pictures.
Exactly. My wife doing a lot of horse riding, and I need to do. I have a camera at home, and I need to do some pictures sometimes. But okay,
of course,
it's not my favorite time.
Very well, very well. Okay, so you mentioned you started at 19, but your first Grand Prix ever was precisely the Swiss Grand Prix in 1982, and you went with your brother, who also does a little bit of Formula One work, except that on another section. He's more on the journalism side. You're more on the visual side, let's say. So precisely your first job was with a Swiss journal in which you took the pictures and your brother wrote the articles. How is it like working with your brother, especially sharing such a special experience, the two of you?
I start with my brother, but in fact, I'm not so close of my brother. We did a book together for many years, but today, for example, today with the COVID, the problem is my brother is talking for the Swiss television. He's the guy which is doing the commentary with for the Swiss television. So today, he stay in Switzerland because they are not allowed to go on a race from 20. So for 20 and 21, he was not able to come to the race. I cannot do my job from my office, from the bureau, from the office. So I have to be on the race, and he still stay in Switzerland. That's the problem. He will probably get back next year, but as I tell you, we are not so close with my brother. He's my brother, of course, but we do a completely different job.
I understand that. And that's such a great perspective, knowing how much, your job changed for both of you. But how was it like working together when you first started?
It's difficult. He was my big brother, so he was always trying to teach me. But today no more. But okay, as a big brother, he was looking at me and okay, I'm the big brother. I know what to do, and you have to follow me. That was the fact. Today is no more like that. By chance.
But it's so nice that you both work for such a big organization like Formula One. Yeah. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will want to know how you got into Formula One, because everybody wants to work there, but it's so hard.
Today, doing what I did is quite impossible.
Right.
In fact, I started in 82, and then we decided with my brother to come on some race in 83 and 84, and we managed to pass, but by ourselves. So wrong. How can I say that in English? Falsification of pass. So.
Okay.
In 82 and 83, in 83 and 84, we come to the race with a wrong pass. But we did some pictures, and then we go to the newspaper. End of 84, we go to the newspaper, we show the work we did, and we say, okay, can you please give us an accreditation? And he was working like that. And in 85, when I was 19, so we start as a official, as a real journalist.
Well, there you go. Yeah, right now it is practically impossible, especially since everybody wants to do it. But it's so nice that you got to do it, because it's kind of a different beginning, let's say. And how many races have you ever been to your whole life.
I
More than
have
500, I know that.
Yeah, it's more today. It's more like 600. I don't know exactly. I have to make an account, but probably 615, something like that.
That is so much.
That's a lot. That's a lot, believe me.
So much. I mean, it's even more than the career of most of the drivers in Formula One.
Yeah, exactly. You are true because I saw a lot of pilots. We start in Formula One and we had like Kimi Raikkonen, which today have the longest career. I was there when he started, and I'm there when he stopped.
Did you both start around the same time or no? No, you started before, right?
I start before Kimi, yeah, before the Kimi start. I start also before the Mikhail Schumacher start.
No.
I see all that guys which was young drivers and which was world champion and finally which we retired.
Do you have any stories with Mikhail Schumacher? I think he's my favorite driver of all time.
Yeah, I understand that, but for us who was working in Formula One, I'm sorry to break your image, but Michael was not so nice guy with us. It was difficult to work with Mike. He was not easy with the photographer. Absolutely not.
Because he didn't like the press and all of that.
No, exactly. Today, I can say he was who tried to manage the photographer. It's not easy to manage a photographer. Today, Louis do the same, quite the same.
Right, I've seen that. I've actually seen that. Okay, let's tell people how we met. You and I met through a mutual friend, Mario Renzi, who's actually also a Formula One photographer. You both travel quite a lot together. So what is your fondest memory with him? Besides meeting me, of course, what is another fond memory that you two have together?
No, okay, Mario, I stopped before Mario, for sure. And then I helped Mario a little bit. And I push him to take the right direction with the farm, because at the moment, when we start to work together, it was Bernie Ecclestone era. And it was not easy to work with Bernie Ecclestone because, as you know, Bernie was, how can I say that? He was the king. Bernie decided for everything. He decided for the contract, he decided to buy the paper for the toilets, he decided everything. So we have to be at the right moment. When we call to the Bernie office to get the contract signed, the secretary tells us, oh, wait, today Bernie is not in a good mood. You have to wait. So, fact, we have to wait the day when Bernie is in a good mood to sign the contract, which is not correct, because normally, you know, we do a business, we do the work, and we have not to wait on somebody is in a good mood to sign a contract.
Right.
Okay, today Mario is working with us and not with me. With me and not with me. In fact, we work, both of us working for Formula One. We have the only one quite official for Formula One photographer, because on the pass we have the special pass and it's rated official photographer. But Mario worked for the marketing department and I work for the sporting department. So we work completely differently for two separate departments.
What special memory do you two have together?
A lot. But someone I cannot tell you.
Tell us
a lot, but someone I cannot tell you in that podcast.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. Before we start talking a little bit more about Formula One, because that's something that I would really like to talk to with you, you also have another type of business in Formula One, and this one is actually with your wife in Switzerland, right? Tell us a little bit about SDF1 and what it does.
So yeah, in the year 2000, I need to do more job, and I find the solution to start a traveling company. And then today we propose some traveling package in Formula One, which we did for 20 years. And my wife is working with me on that side. And we offer to the Swiss people, which from the French language, because as you understand with my accent, I speak French first. I'm born in a Swiss French part, which is Lausanne, Geneva. We speak French, and on that part there is 1.5 million people living there. Okay, Switzerland is of course a rich country, and on that side we have no race in Formula One in Switzerland, but we have a lot of people which is very interested in Formula One. And today we offer to that people a full package, which is traveling, hotel, grandstand access, and the fact we are the only one agency which, for example, for 2022 next year, there is 23 races. The company SDF1 offer a package on 20 races, so quite clients can go everywhere with us.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
the
was
sec-
going to ask you. So they can not only in Switzerland, they can go to other races.
Yeah, no. The people like to come with us. We have a lot of people who come back with us. So they start to do a European race like Monza, like Grand Prix de France. And then they saw the organization we provide is very good, very efficiency. And then they come back with us for much more interesting travel. Like we offer like Mexico, Austin and Mexico. And then between the race, we go to the Grand Canyon, we go to the Monument Valley, and we offer some place people discover with us.
That's so nice. So a touring company, you guys now know you can go visit Steve on his Instagram. What's like a website where they can find you to ask you about this?
sdf1.ch.
sdf1.ch.
Charlie Hotel, yes.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Well, you guys now know it. Also, if you're watching the video, I'm going to write the link down below.
Yeah.
Because that's such an amazing initiative. That's not something that anybody does. And to be honest, it's such an organized way in which people that want to go to Formula One races, but don't want to spend time looking for a hotel, looking for the tickets, they can do it through you and everything is set.
Especially, it's never easy to understand which grandstand is the best one, and also with the hotel, because for us, for example, we book already all the hotel for 2022. All the hotels are booked today.
Wow.
That's the biggest secret of the company, is to book in advance, because of course, as I'm working for Formula One, I know a little bit of the planning date, and I can book the hotel before the price to go too expensive. For example, next year we have the Grand Prix in Miami, and I booked the hotel much more before. Today, the room in Miami, they are absolutely crazy. We are reaching something like $1,500 for a night in Miami, close to the track.
That's one of the circuits that I'm most excited about next season, especially because the party is going to be amazing in Miami. But the thing is, it's different than in other countries because this one is new, and Miami is already known to be expensive. So they already know since more than a year in advance when the Grand Prix is going to be. So of course, all of the hotels are already setting prices. From what I've heard, I think it's one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive Grand Prix of the season.
Probably, yeah, with the grandstand tickets, yes.
Yeah, the tickets are crazy expensive. But if you could recommend a Formula One fan one Grand Prix to go, which one would it be and why?
Really? Not because you are Mexican, but we like to go with people to Mexico, because the place in the Foro Sol is absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere with the drivers' parade and at the end of the race is crazy. That's one of the better place you can be, is the Foro Sol for the race.
Hey, okay, so everybody should go to the Mexican Grand Prix next season, where we will be seeing all of the Formula One photographers, of course. So my previous guest has a question for you, actually. His name is Mario Dominguez. You probably know who he is. He's a Mexican driver. He actually drove for Supercopa this season in the Mexican Grand Prix. So his question for you is,
¿cuál es el piloto mexicano que más le gusta?
Who is your favorite Mexican driver?
I'm so sorry, but I don't know one. I know, of course, I know Perez.
Well,
he's a nice guy. Seriously, Checo is a nice guy. He have who we say in French, the big head. No, he stay cool on what he did. What he did this race with the people was fantastic.
It was incredible. Do you have any memories with Checo that you would like to share?
Not really, but I was happy for him when he won last year in Bahrain. Seriously, I wish he can win in Mexico, but he was not able. So because he get on the podium, which was quite a victory. But I just can imagine if he was winning the race, what's happened in the Foro Sol.
People would have gone crazy.
Exactly.
I mean, not getting too much into the topic, but we all know due to technicalities, he wasn't gonna be able to win. So it's sad that he's sad, but Max Verstappen had to win. So
yeah, he's number 2.
Yeah.
When he signed the contract with Red Bull, he know he was number 2. Yeah. And every effort, every energy is put on the Max cars, and that's normal.
I agree with that. I actually agree with that. And well, something that I love to ask my guests as well, I'd like to talk a little bit about W Series, which is the woman series. And it was actually created by a few Formula One ex-drivers. So this is a great opportunity for women to get into motorsports. But at the same time, it's becoming so popular that it's kind of at the same level as Formula One, but for women. What do you think about this category? Do you think it was created for women
okay.
to be separate?
This is perfect to do some new category like electric cars, like category for the girls. But I just wait to have a girl come in Formula One. One of the best one. He's the best one able to come in Formula One. And when she sits in a Formula One seats, what she's going to do? That's a big question.
That's so true, because we haven't had one since 1992, I believe, with Giovanna Amati.
Yeah, and she did nothing. I know Giovanna Amati, but she did nothing. She was just the girlfriend of Niki Lauda. She did nothing.
That's sad. So Jamie Chadwick is actually on the talks to see if she can get a seat in Formula 3, precisely for this to happen, for her to start growing and see if eventually she can actually join Formula 1, because the only 2 championships that W Series has had, Jamie Chadwick has won. She really truly is out of series when it comes at least to women in motorsports. And I do think maybe if there was somebody to make it to Formula 1, it would be her. Who would you say?
I say it's difficult to know, you know? Yeah. Look at, for example, in tennis, Roger Federer never played with a girl.
Right.
Men play on one legs and women play in another leg. I'm not sure women have a chance when she sits in the cars to beat the guys. I don't know.
I know. That's exactly my point. That they started creating this whole woman series.
So today we are on an absolutely politically correct way of working, and they believe that's a good way to do. But I'm not sure it works. I don't know. Formula One needs to open the gates to the girls, but it's not easy.
I know. I agree 100%. And me personally, I don't really think we will be seeing a girl in Formula One anytime soon. That's precisely why they created this series, to separate women from men, and so that women could have a bit more opportunity, let's say.
Yeah, exactly. I just wait. I cannot see more than we wait to see a girl sitting in Formula One seats to see what she can do. When the best girl in Formula W is going to F2 or to F3, what she's going to do?
I know.
It will be difficult.
It will, especially because now, not talking about, gender, more about biology. Men clearly do have a much more strength than women.
Exactly.
And it takes a lot of strength to drive a racing car.
This is probably in genetics, and we can do nothing against that.
Yes.
Usain Bolt is a guy, he's not a girl.
Exactly.
We have to array maybe boys running more fast than the girls, and the girls will never be able to go more fast than the boys. What can we do? Nothing.
That is true. But a little story that my previous guest told me was that he actually got beat on a race by a girl. And that girl was, this was true. But this was when he was younger, in the karting area of his life. That girl was actually Max Verstappen's mom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I did know Max Verstappen's mom was driving.
I didn't know either. I didn't know either. And apparently she was a better driver than Max Verstappen's dad. Good story, huh?
Yeah, good. Max Verstappen is issued from a family of drivers. His father, his mother. He was born in racing. He did every day when he was young in the racing atmosphere. So probably Max is a nice guy. Yeah? Today I can say Lewis is very difficult with the photographers and with every people because he's a so big stars, but Max is nice, very nice guy. Yeah, I was able to do some private pictures with him, and really is a good one.
And I like that you say this, because people normally tend to think it's the other way around.
No, it's wrong.
It's so rude. Max is not nice. Lewis is
no.
yoga.
They are wrong.
I think the same.
I'm sure if you see Max, Max lives in Monaco like me today. I'm today living in Monaco. I'm now in Monaco. And probably if I meet Max in the street, we can talk. He's an open mind guy.
But so almost all the drivers live in Monaco?
Apparently, half of the plateau, Ricciardo, Bottas, and I have not all the names, but a lot of Monaco.
Yeah, right, that's true. Have you ever bumped into one of the drivers on the streets? Or not yet?
Not a lot, because no. In fact, when we are in Monaco, we stay home, we stay quiet, and
Right.
No,
That's a good idea to relax a little bit from all the pressure from the races. That's,
exactly.
I think the Grand Prix that I would love to go to the most is actually the Monaco Grand Prix.
Yeah, but you know, just about the drivers, I know exactly where they live. I know in which building they live, but I never go myself down to the building waiting for Max or waiting for Louis. I don't care about that, but I know which place exactly they live. Because Monaco is very small, and you know, it's 2 kilometers square. So it's a really very small country.
Very small. I think there's like, well, there used to be 3,000 people living there. I'm sure
No,
more now.
35,000 living there. 35,000.
Okay, there you go. There you go. It definitely increased since I last read my history book.
It's not a lot. When we see Mexico City, it's not a lot.
Oh, no. I mean, Mexico City is the capital of the world with the most people in it. So don't worry. I mean, not even China has as many people in the capital. So it's okay. Mexico City is just crazy. Anyway.
It's crazy, yeah.
Thank you so much, Steve, for joining the podcast today. It was so nice having you here, sharing all these stories, clarifying the rumors about Max and all of that. And I wish you a happy week, a mini happy vacation. And yeah, where do you want people to follow you on your social media?
I have just the Steve Domenjoz account on Instagram, but I'm not especially looking for followers. But okay, if you like to follow me, you can. No way.
That's a great
I will follow
way.
you, and I will sure to meet you next year in the pit lane. I will recognize you with your hat. For sure, with your hat, I will not miss you. Believe me.
He's so sweet, isn't he, guys? Anyway, at least he's honest. Thank you so much, Steve. And thank you too much to everybody also for making it all the way to the end of this interview. See you again in a couple of weeks on another episode. Bye. Of A Girl Talks Formula One. Bye.
Bye.